Hey everybody, this is Marcel, Irnieracing YouTube channel. And here is my Duramax LMM Duramax. And this is the AMSOIL air filter with the pre-filter on top of it. So it's an AMSOIL pre-filter on an AMSOIL universal fit filter. Would I have on this like plastic AFE intake, which used to have an AFE filter obviously, and I just swapped it out with the AMSOIL one, just measured the size. And so what I just did off camera and before all this was took the filter off, took the pre-filter off, washed the pre-filter with water under the tap, and got it relatively clean, and then took the air filter and blew it out with the compressed air, using compressed air from the inside out, blow it out with a going through each rib. I guess I should have filmed it. I wish I did. You can see each rib in it, and just from the inside out, each rib, and you can see the dust coming out. And did that for 5-10 minutes just to make sure it was nice and clean, and then put the pre-filter back on. And so this filter and this pre-filter have been on this truck for 70,000 miles. 70,000 miles, the same air filter with the same pre-filter. And the pre-filter actually wore out on, it has like a little elastic built into this, and I actually had to then glue it. You can see I folded the pre-filter out. So it's been on here quite a while that the pre-filter lost its elasticity at the end, so I just kind of glued it using some super glue. I folded it and super glued it to hold tight along it. I could have made like some kind of elastic system maybe as well. And to top it all off, so there's not just, so the truck has 85,000 miles on it. Let me show you. First, I gotta find my keys. This is where they're hiding. Anyways, there's my solar system all done up now. MPP, dual MPP controllers. I got the fuses all done nicely. Might as well show you guys while I'm in the middle of it here. There's 4 Battleborn batteries all done up. Stuffed in there. Okay, let's go check the miles. You can also notice I got the left fender out because I just changed the number 8 glow plug, and I ordered some more glow plugs to do the other ones that as I go, see which ones are not working. There it is, 85,133 miles. And what does that turn into? Fuel used, 7,318 gallons I've gone through. And how many hours is that? 2,615 hours, 2615.4. There it is. I bought the truck and installed AMSOIL when I bought it with 355 hours on it at 15,900 miles. Can we see the date? What does it say? March 15th of 2017, guys, 2017. So in March of next year, what'll be 7 years or 6 years? Yes, in March of next year, it'll be 7 years on the same oil. And that's not just the engine oil. That's the engine oil, that's the transfer case, that's the front diff, the rear diff, and the transmission, the Allison transmission. So essentially minus the 16,000, the 15,900 when I bought it and installed everything, and now it's just almost at 86,000. So nearly 70,000 miles on one oil change, one transmission, of course on all the diffs and everything else, and I did the brake fluid, and I did AMSOIL for the power steering fluid. I did everything in AMSOIL, including the air filter. Now let me show you what's going underneath the truck here with the bypass system. So there you see my fuel system, the fuel filter, external fuel filter with the lift pump and the water separator, and there is the bypass system, guys. That's AMSOIL's bypass system. You can see I last changed the filters at 77,000, and now I'm at 86, almost 86,000. And so that's a dual bypass filtration system. And so you pretty much run lines from the original filter location with this system, and you have the bypass filter that's absolute efficient to 2 microns, and then your main filter, the smaller one in the front, which is your regular oil filter from AMSOIL, absolute efficient to 15 microns. So what I do is once a year I will take an oil analysis. I can go right on the bypass system, and there's a little draw button. You take the screw cap off and pull out the oil, put in oil. I use Oil Analyzers Incorporated. Their closest place is in Edmonton. I wanted to show you, see there, right there, that's how I can drain the oil really quickly. It's just with a little button release valve, and get a little better reading on what I got on those filters there. There we go. Oh, there's my 100th anniversary Pikes Peak hill climb, guys. I'd raced the Pikes Peak, and I have this one, but this is hard to see. It's all 355 hours, again, March 15th, 2017, and then I have the bypass filters and my information, which you can't read, oil changed, etc. So like I said before I clean the lens, was I take an oil sample, send it to Oil Analyzers Incorporated in Edmonton once a year. They send me a spectrograph, and so I'm going to do that again here coming up before my next trip, take another oil analysis, and then they're going to be like, oh, oil's still good for continued use, resample in another 7,000 miles, or they'll just say monitor your trends, because it is literally, the oil is getting cleaner over time with the bypass filtration system. The viscosity is maintaining literally 100% over that 70,000 miles. It's very stable. The additives are being stabilized and replenished every time I do a top up. You know, you top up a quart every 5,000 miles, or 2 quarts every 5,000-6,000 miles, and that's replenishing the additives. Plus I use AMSOIL's fuel additives, their diesel concentrate, which replenishes the total base number through the fuel, which some people might not understand. This is what I'm talking about. AMSOIL diesel injector clean, guys. And then below that I have the cetane boost to help with the process of combustion diesel engine under compression. And so this actually increases the total base number in the oil. Total base number needs to be above 1 essentially, and it neutralizes acidity. I guess these are pretty important too. What everybody should be using something with ultra low sulfur diesel in America. Cleans dirty injectors, lubricates pumps and injectors to reduce wear, extends fuel filter life, improves fuel economy, restores power torque, reduces smoke emissions, helps prolong time between EGR and DPF regenerations. For the people of all the bullshit on there, combats fuel system corrosion, reduces downtime, safe for all diesel fuels, including biodiesel. And of course, this is the oil that's in the truck. I was using the 5W-40 Max Duty. Their best oil at the time. This is the old classic 1540 for pre-emissions vehicles. So because this one you need for mine's an LMM when I had the emissions going. And yeah, so there's their old classic. Oh, and then here is the old, this is what I use in my Power Stroke, which is pre-emissions. I got a 9973. I use the Series 3000 530 heavy duty diesel oil. Fantastic product. I actually want to put this product in my truck, and even though the oil analysis is going to come back again saying the oil is fine, I'm thinking of actually changing my oil just to get even better fuel mileage with the 530. And I got cases of that down there. There's 1, 2, 3 cases. So I've been considering actually changing the oil finally, even at 70,000 miles, even though the oil is going to go for a lifetime. I'd like to get an extra half a mile a gallon as an example. Because right now I'm getting between 10 and 12, and it would be nice to get 12.5 or 10.5, depending on what's going on with the road and the load. Poor dirt bike. Need to get this guy back together. I just got the oil pump. I'm going to change the oil pump. It's kind of hard to access. The pipe's in the way here. But luckily I got the rear Olin shock off so I can get it from back here. So I'm going to change the oil pump, and that a stupid L bracket is, you can't quite see it, is deteriorating. Look at that, you can see, look. There's oil dripping. Let's look at those oil drips. So anyways, you can see I'm gonna change that little L piece because it's like deteriorating. And so I just finally had to order one off of online. I found it on Amazon. I ordered one from the dealer, this little L bracket, and it's been on back order. First they said it would be in August, and this is in March. And then, or April, it'll be here in August, and then it'll be here in September, and now it'll be here at the end of December. And I just finally found one on Amazon, and because yeah, look at that, that's interesting. It's leaking. Yeah, I wonder if it came. You can see it looks like it's all cracking there. And see, this is the new one I just got. There it is, from China. $5. And here's the new oil pump as well, and a new fuel filter for the end of the tank, and then I got new bus bars for my system that was in, you know, where the charge controllers are going into, because I'm going to get a DC. I needed something that was rated higher than the one that Buddy put in for me. This joke, 15 amps per little slot was. So this one's a complete actual copper bar, much better quality, up to 300 amps. Anyways, yeah, oh yeah, so here's the top of 540 right there. AMSOIL has a cool little antifreeze bottle. Here's your power steering fluid, you know, just some little things. Oh, for my chainsaw, for cleaning the engine bay. I might as well show you guys here. There's all the used bottles for whatever. There's your diesel injector cleaner and a motorcycle. And of course I use the AMSOIL 2-stroke. There's the Dominator for the dirt bike. And here's some, of course, the filters, and then there's the bypass filter, the EAB 100, which goes with the 26 as the regular full flow. And like I was saying, this is 99% efficient at 20 microns, and then the bypass filter, guys, is absolute efficient at 2 microns. Where is it going to tell us what we want to know? Boom, boom, boom. Somewhere. Yeah, there it is, 98.7% efficient, absolute at 2 microns, and that's per pass, guys. Yeah, amazing. Average of popular bypass filters is 18.8% efficiency, while the AMSOIL is 39%. Soot time weighted average efficiency test. I'm not even quite sure what that one specifically is, but let's move on. What do I need? Oh yeah. Might as well show you guys. This is my OCD life is, you know, so you get the idea. So anyways, back to talking about Duramax. So 70,000 miles on the same oil. I've reduced my downtime huge. Oh yeah, I got my speaker here. Like, I don't go for oil changes once, twice, 3, 4 times a year like all you other guys are going to do, or maybe do, or should be doing. I just change my filters once a year and take an oil analysis. Oil analysis costs $35. Plus, just I use $10, or well, now thanks to Trudeau and NDP, and it's so expensive now to ship stuff. So now it's like $15 to ship a little package like this to Edmonton. But and then the spectrograph, you know, you get an email PDF in 3 days, and it shows you everything, all the wear metals, all the additives of the oil, your excess of soot, fuel dilution. I do this on the race bikes too, the super bikes, and yeah, so anyways, guys, some food for information for you guys. Of course, the ATF is guaranteed for 100,000 miles under normal service and 50,000 miles under severe service. And so because I have, you know, 13,000 pounds, and then I pull my race trailer as well for another 7,000 pounds, pretty much 100% of the time this Duramax is under severe service. And I did an oil analysis on the transmission fluid, whatever, like 10,000 miles ago. It's perfect, absolutely fine. I haven't done oil analysis on the diffs, but I don't expect anything wrong with those. Maybe in the future I will. But so pretty much, guys, if you want to get on the AMSOIL knowledge, information using a product from a family company, there's no shareholders, there's nothing bringing the quality of product down and profits up. They put all the money back into the company. It's a family out of Wisconsin. The inventors of synthetic, the inventor of synthetic grease, synthetic ATF, synthetic grease, or Diff fluid, everything, all the layers of synthetic, 2-stroke, diesel oil, gasoline, hydraulic fluid. They've invented it all. They were the pioneers of it, and they're the only ones that stuck to their guns. And there was a lawsuit in 1999 between Mobil and Castrol. Castrol used to buy its synthetic polyalpha olefin base stocks, chemically derived base stocks, from Mobil in previous years, 97, 96, etc. And then they switched to like, hey, let's save tons of money and we'll buy our base stock from Shell, mineral oil, and we'll process it further with water processing. It's called hydrocracking. So they blast it, trying to remove the large impurities, right? Just blasting out all the different stuff, and it'll be a finer crude left over. Then they do their additive package. They call it synthetic. Mobil sues them in '99. That's not synthetic. That's not synthetic. It's false marketing. And the judge ruins the industry in North America, just like everything's been ruined in North America right now, and by Biden and Trudeau. Similar with all these industries, they're all just becoming scams. The judge ruled that the term synthetic is a marketing term not based on its components. So it now includes API Group 3 mineral oil. So then Mobil, everyone is now going to go make have synthetic labels with mineral oil. It costs, you know, them freaking 80% less to make. And so Mobil had to switch as well. So everybody's now selling synthetic when it's actually mineral oil derived synthetic base stocks. And AMSOIL is the only company in North America for the automotive market and truck market that actually, oh, the chickens are going crazy, that sells chemically derived synthetics still, the polyalpha olefin. There is other versions of true chemically derived synthetic in the motorcycle world. But in the automotive world, AMSOIL is your only option. And so guys, stick with your guns, support the family company. I, of course, learned all this information when I bought my first race bike, my 2005 ZX6RR. I bought an X-Factory race bike that had a modified engine. In fact, it had a cheater motor in there. It had a knife-edged crank. The Team Kawasaki Canada was cheating in 2005 and 2006. And, you know, so factory teams are cheating. They cheat. It's proof. I bought the bike, took it apart. It's a cheating crank, knife-edged crank. So anyways, when I bought the bike, I started studying, well, what oil do I put in this built motor? I didn't know anything about viscosities. I didn't know anything about synthetic. As a kid, I once bought Mobil 1 and put it in my freaking 300ZX. And I think I bought like a 60 weight. I didn't even know what a 10, 15, 60 was. That's a higher number. It sounds better. And, you know, the first number is initial viscosity, and the second number is operating temperature viscosity, because probably half of you guys don't know that either. And then I researched, and that's when I came across the mistruths of the oil industry. Just like the mistruths of the medical device industry, and the mistruths of the pharmaceutical industry, and the mistruths of the government, mistruths of war, mistruths of the propaganda. And we got the military-industrial complex going on right now, perpetual war. They don't want an end to a war. It's about perpetual war to make money, control. There is no end to wars. Like, why did Afghanistan go for 20 years, right? It's perpetual war. They want it to go forever. There is no end goal. The goal is to have war forever. The USA will forever be in war. Anyways, so if you want to get AMSOIL or learn information, get on my YouTube channel. If you want to get AMSOIL, you can get it factory direct. I just recommend calling the factory direct phone number, and they'll ask you for your referral. And I have a referral number. My referral number is Marcel Irnie. If you can spell my name, I-R-N-I-E, is Irnie spelled with an I. Anyways, it's 149-8525. So Marcel Irnie, or 149-8525. My phone number, my mobile phone number is 1-250-869-2515. So you're just, don't give me any spam, please. But you could ask me any questions for AMSOIL. I'll answer the phone and answer your AMSOIL questions. And otherwise, the factory direct phone number I'll have in the description, but it's 1-800-777-7094. You call them up Monday to Friday on Central Time, because it's in Wisconsin, this family company, where the phone operators are. You tell them what you want. I want to get the motorcycle oil, I want to get the diesel oil, etc., and a filter, and they'll guide you around. The filters are as well made of nanofibers, and they're much more efficient than the paper filters from OEM or from all the aftermarkets elsewise, and better than those foam filters and the K&N. Don't get me started on the K&N. Those things just let in all the air with all the dirt. So you want a filtration. You don't want all that K&N air going in with all the dirt going in as well. And so this, yeah, again, absolute efficient to 15 microns. The air filter, just like the oil filter. And then remember, the bypass filter was down to 2. So lots of information for you guys. Let me just show you a picture of my information. Of course, Irnieracing YouTube. And here you go. There's me. And then you can see my certified AMSOIL dealer, 149-8525. Email info@irnieracing.com. There's my phone number, 250-869-2515. I was just looking for their factory direct brochure, but the company first, the first API rated 100% synthetic motor oil, the first to introduce the extended drain intervals. We recommend 25,000 miles or 12 months, and they have a warranty for that, guys. But like I said, with oil analysis, I've gone well beyond that to 70,000 miles with a warranty. Yes, they warranty it with an oil analysis. First U.S. company utilized the Nook vitality test as a standard performance. First to produce synthetic motor oils for diesel engines, racing engines, turbos, and marine engines. First introduced synthetic oils that legitimately contribute to improving fuel economy. First synthetic gear lube. First 100-to-1 premix. There's a reason they can get away with 100-to-1 because the stuff works so well. First synthetic automatic transmission fluid. Yeah. And like I said, they're out of Wisconsin, Superior, Wisconsin. And this is the founder, AJ Amatuzio. Unfortunately, he's died lately, but he died at like literally 95 years old. And he started the company because he was a a pilot and a fighter jet pilot. And he is saying, like, we're using this chemically derived synthetic in the jet engines. Why aren't we using this on the automotive, the civilian market? The benefits are there. So in 1970, he incorporated his own name into commercial oils under variety. Incorporated his own name and sold it under AMSOIL. In 71, this product was changed to AMSOIL, and it continued to be sold commercially. The true milestone came in 72 when AMSOIL became the first synthetic motor oil in the world to meet American Petroleum Institute criteria. And for those that are curious what the NOOC volatility test is, as ASTM test D58. It's how much percentage of weight loss, everyone's talking about you burning oil at the tailpipe. Well, there you go. AMSOIL at the time, this 530 synthetic automotive oil was 5.44% volatile in the test of June 2005. And then you have the Pennzoil doing decent, Castrol decent, Quaker State Mobile getting worse, Motorcraft, Chevron, Havoline, Formula, Pennzoil one of the worst, and Top Arctic at the back. And then of course you probably are all familiar with the 4-ball wear test. Literally the oil has to keep the balls from separating under huge load of 40 kilogram pressure at 150 Celsius at 1800 RPM for 1 hour. And then they measure the scars on the balls and 0.45 as the AMSOIL, and then you got your Pennzoil, Chevron, Havoline, the worst. Oh, I gotta get side by side, and it's been a long time. All right. And for those who don't actually follow me, or they just came here from the AMSOIL lookup, this is Merlin, my 2016 BMW S1000 race bike. And then my little Motoco in the back there, little Ninja 400 for rider training and just kind of goofing around on. Anyways, guys, thanks for paying attention. Feel free to send me any questions if you have them. Get on my website, Irnieracing.shopamsoil.com as well. It's Irnieracing with an I.shopamsoil.com. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Also, I'll show you my Power Stroke with the bypass system as well. And I've never changed the oil since I changed the oil one time and put the bypass system on. Oh yeah, here's the old classic 7.3 Power Stroke. Which side is it on? Here we are. Yeah, there they are. They stick down a lot, but there's the bypass system. And two-wheel drive this one, or one-wheel peel. I don't drive the truck much anymore, so I will never change the oil again. But regardless, it could put on another 50,000 miles on that same oil. I don't even remember, but it's got the same oil in there for a decade probably. Anyways, guys. Cheers, Marcel, Irnie.